You recording it?
Yeah.
I'm lurking.
I know, you're in the frame.
It's time.
You're breaking the precedent we got.
It's time for the Spirits Club. Ooh, spooky.
Spooky spirits. All right, we'll just go ahead.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Spirits Club. Our Patreon donors are getting this Spirits Club today. We wanted to do another one with Amy Boo, but we drove for an hour. There wasn't anything close by, so we didn't get a chance to do one.
I don't think the Dunkin' Donuts was going to let us drink in there.
No. So next time we do one, we're gonna have we'll probably do one with Amy, and it'll be Schlitz for this.
It had a fancy name. It was Plum Brandy from where?
Some dude was making it.
Yeah, but from where was it from? Like Poland or from?
No, that's where she was from.
Well, yeah, but she got it back from somebody.
I don't know. Well, anyway. We'll talk about that with her on the show itself. So get ready for that. But tonight, you're in for a treat. We don't usually do a lot of specialties.
Yeah.
But tonight we both have never tried honey mead.
Mead.
The
drink of the Vikings.
Yeah, so shouts out to the Vikings.
They had it at my local store, my local grocery, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm pulling a trigger on that mead.
Pull the trigger.
All right, and this is my trigger pulling right there, because I use my fingers for safety.
Itchy trigger fingers.
I know. How would you have the barrel? Oh, whoops.
Did you
I was switching to the,
Wow.
I was trying to, I was going to say, how do you put the barrel up when you're supposed to use the trigger finger? But
what a mess. As you can see behind us are the two prints from both Ron Lanham and Joe Perdue. Ron with the ancient astronaut theory-esque on my left? On my left. So this, and then Joe Perdue's design on the Flatwoods Green Monster here. If that was a YouTube, there'd be a link like bleep, right? That's how they do it, right? That's how they do it. I don't know what that is. We're not even drunk yet. You're doing sounds.
Yeah, I know. You got to liven it up a little bit.
Liven it up. Speaking of liven it up, we're gonna try this mead. I've already corked it, but I put the cork back on. So let's get that cork.
Yeah, pull it back out.
Let me see it. You can make a lewd joke there, but we won't. Now, it says a true diamond in our crown. The very special mead is produced from fresh clover honey. Once referred to as liquid gold, this wine can be served chilled or heated or spiced. Sip and enjoy. Now, the funny thing about mead is it's not, well, I don't know about this one, but like Viking mead wasn't fermented, I don't think. Or there was a process to where it wasn't considered alcohol, so to
There's
speak.
different versions of mead. Like some meads that's more accurate to what they had probably is closer to like consistency of an ale.
Yes.
But, and you can get stuff at the grocery store that's like an ale that's kind of like mead. You can get something called Midas Touch that's made with saffron. It's like a honey ale, and it's really good. I really like it. But this is true honey wine, which is supposed to be the basis for mead before
it's very clear. And it is the color of honey.
It's almost like apple juice.
Almost like apple juice. Honey juice. All right. Flavor really comes out when you pour it.
It smells like honey.
Somebody's like, oh no, crap, the flavor comes out when you pour it, dummies. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, it's got to be better than that beer we did last time. I tasted that. I burped it up.
The arrogant bastard.
We
can say that because this is,
the Spirits Club.
Yeah.
We're not going to start cussing up Storm, but it's literally called Arrogant Bastard Ale.
Yeah.
So.
Here we go. Bottoms up.
It's not bad. It really isn't bad.
It's got a bite to it.
A little bit of a bite.
Not bad, though. It is kind of like apple juice.
A bit. It's got that wine aftertaste. A little bit.
I don't think it was aged for very long.
No.
This is probably made like this year.
Maybe.
Whereas, you get wines like, you can go today and you'll get a wine that was 2014 or 2015. And it's not aged the same way that whiskey is.
It's not bad, though.
But,
considering.
Yeah.
You can't really see it, but if you look in the glass, it's got like little, looks like snowflakes on the inside. See? They're kind of just honey flakes almost.
Could be flecks of honeycomb.
Flecks of honeycomb. There's something new for you. So, today, we're right now, we're actually supposed to be doing our show, right? Well, guess what? Our show is playing right now while we're doing the Spirits Club. And let me tell you, we had a fantastic day with Mrs. Amy Boo, and you can. Well, she's not a Mrs. She's. I don't know.
Well, she was married once, and then she didn't say if the guy that she was with now, if she was married to him or not. It doesn't matter. It's not our business.
No, it's not our business.
Not our business. I don't want to.
But I always like feel bad getting mispronounced names wrong. I hate mispronouncing people's names. Not names, but like their titles. Like men, it's Mister. Easy for us. It's just always Mister, or Doctor,
Or sir.
or Sir. You know, if you're a knight.
Sir Robert.
That's what Mr. Todd David Anderson calls me. I've never been knighted before. But if anybody knows the Queen, tell her to ring a dang dang. Tell her I'm available for knighting. Somebody's offended. Anyways, so Paul, Jessica, and Elizabeth. Hello.
Welcome to the new members as of this video.
Yes,
By the
as
way.
of this video.
This will be the first Patreon video we've put on with our new patrons. So
Yes.
welcome aboard. This is what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, and we'll do some other stuff for the ones that don't drink, because
yeah, we had some other stuff that we were doing before, and then we got busy with doing things like the wayside. So I kind of feel bad that we haven't given you guys as much content as we wanted to.
But now we're on track to do better content, and we're also going to include you in that content. So I'm looking forward to doing that, working with you Patreon donors. And I'm still on track to send people birthday cards. I still want to do that. I want to do that. I think it's a really good idea. We just got bogged down. You know, it happens. It happens. I did. I got the meat on the way back.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if you were going to get that. I didn't know if you were going to get that because I didn't know if we were going to.
So what we're doing now is we're just kind of I'm watching to make sure, you know, because we're playing the show that we did today, and then we're watching it while we do Spirits Club. It's like a weird. What was that movie? Where they kept going into that guy's dreams.
Inception.
There it is. Decent movie, then the end went to crap, and I was like, yeah.
Most of those movies, you got to do weird stuff to make it so they're not obvious. So you got to do something that's a twist. There's too much of a twist.
Yeah.
And then the twist is kind of like, I mean, I didn't see that coming, but now it's kind of dumb.
Do you know what movie really disappointed me for a twist ending? Was Shutter Island. It had such a good premise, and then it just went right down the toilet. There was a movie, I don't know if you saw it. It had, it was about a mental institution. Oh man, it was good. Oh, it was good. It like a place by the river, or what was the name of that? It was really good. It's like a house to a view, or a lake to the something. Oh man, what was that called? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. It's about a guy that's at a mental institution. Somebody comes to see him, and they find out there's something greater. Like they're taking people's life force or something. Man, was it good?
No, I must not have seen it.
No, you didn't see it. It wasn't in theaters very long. I liked it. It was a pretty decent movie. It was weird. It was a good mental institution movie. There was like up in like Switzerland or Sweden. It was somewhere like distant, because you had to drive to get there, and there was a town. People would go to the town. It was like a place for wellness. I'm gonna use my smartphone.
Oh, was that
A Cure for Wellness? I think?
Yeah.
I got the Mead, by the way, on the way back.
Oh,
Right. A Cure for Wellness.
I saw a pretty good movie.
Yeah, A Cure for Wellness, a 2016 film starring. It reminded me. I think it was the same guy. I don't know if you guys out there have seen it, but it's a movie called. Oh, it's where they got powers. They got alien powers. And the one was ended up becoming a bad guy. They were high school kids.
Oh,
Began with a C.
Well, that was Jumpers, wasn't it?
No. Jumper, I think, was with Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
This one was with this guy, Chronicle.
Oh, okay.
Chronicle.
All right, yeah.
It was so good. Me and my good buddy Keem saw it in the theater, and it was good. But it's called A Cure for Wellness, and it's directed by Gore Verbinski. I don't know.
Gore Verbinski did the soundtrack for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I know he was in Valerian. He was in Spider-Man too.
Valerian, that was a movie that disappointed me.
I didn't see it. I
The
thought
two main
premise-
characters were bad. Like they were awful. They were acted very bad.
That's too bad because he was
The
in
movie
Cure for
was pretty
Wellness,
decent.
It was good.
The movie was pretty decent if you had replaced them as actors, but they were just
They didn't fit the roles, huh?
they just did such a
that's too
poor
bad.
job. That doesn't mean they're bad actors.
No,
It just
because I
meant
liked
that
him in
they did bad
Chronicle.
in
He
this
was
movie.
good in Chronicle.
Like Natalie Portman usually does in pretty good
was she in
movies.
that movie?
No, but she does good movies.
Yeah.
But she was not very good in Star Wars prequels.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No,
But then most of them weren't.
no. Like I still blame that on direction. I'll still be
But
grumpy with George Lucas about that.
for an emo kid, I think Hayden Christensen did a good job with Anakin Skywalker.
Well, the Revenge of the Sith transformation of him,
so great.
like his emotional state going
Yeah,
from
yeah.
that, I thought that was done really, really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially like when he goes to the temple and the little kids
Nah,
are
that
like,
was...
but it shows.
Right.
It shows where he was at.
Well, he had to do that to complete his transformation.
It shows how low he had gotten that he would just wipe them out at that point.
And then Obi-Wan just cleaned his clock. And it really, like... So the prequels gave me like... I loved Darth Vader at first. Then after watching the prequels, I couldn't stand Darth Vader because of what he did to the younglings. But the prequels had the best villain and probably the best villain that they just shortchanged, Darth Maul. The first time they meet him, when like the troops run, they open that door and he's just standing there with the hood. Read the books. Lockdown, and I forget the name of the other one, but Lockdown was so good. You read Lockdown, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. It was so good. Because you get a good glimpse of how Darth Maul actually is. And he wanted to just be like, yo, I want to be the Supreme Sith. Because he was they're from like a magician, or not magician, but like, they're like into magic and things like that. That their whole tribe is like, they do certain things, and it was good. It was good. I guess they're making an Old Republic movie or series or something.
It's a collection of different things. It's
And Darth
books, comics. Are they going to keep them the same though?
They got to. They got to give him the obelisks. They got to give him the holocron, or the Sith holocron. They got to show Darth and Dendu and all that. Oh, I hope I said that right. But those books. What was it? I'm trying to remember all the name of the books. A Rule of Two, I think, was the second one.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the first one. Because the first one's the best book in the series, in my opinion. Because that's when he's still a minor. That's when he's still Diesel.
Isn't that one Path
That's
of
all.
Darkness?
No, it's not Path of Darkness. It's Path of something, but it's not Path of Darkness. I was thinking Path of Radiance, but that's a GameCube game. That's Fire Emblem, so that's not it. Or Wii. That's the Wii version of Fire Emblem. Not a favorite bit. Oh, I can see it. I can see it because that one has one of those has him and Darth Sana
Yeah.
on the front. Another one has him just like sitting there with the lightsaber, like looks like the lightsaber's going all out.
That's the first cover.
Is
The
that the
second
first
cover
cover?
is with him and Xana.
What was the third one?
The third one, I don't remember what the cover was, but I know it had the two of them in the second one.
So let me see. That was A Rule of Two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the first one. The first one's my favorite one though of the books. The third one was good. So I liked them all, and they all played their definitive roles in what they were. So like the first one was like the origin, the beginning. The second one was like the midpoint of the whole story, and the third wrapped it all up. And then they're left with the thing. But Drew Carpesian, is it how much is left?
Oh, you still got half the interview going. I was just look at the comments.
Anybody who's commenting?
Trish.
Oh, do you want to say something? You want me? Oh, you can't.
Yeah, because
You can't. That's right. Do you want some more meat?
a little bit more, not as much as the first time, because it's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
It's really
Pretty
sweet, and I'm not much for sweet alcohol all at once. This I would just kind of sip on a little bit at home. I wouldn't just.
We'll probably get. Well, are you leaving it here? Or you taking it home?
You probably take it home. I can leave some here if you
You
want.
got to leave some.
Yeah, if you got something to
We
put
got
it
to
in,
split
I'll
it
leave it.
50-50.
It won't be so bad leaving it in like a glass or something, because it's not like.
I just split it on my pants. Looks like I had an
Guess I
accident.
am leaving you some.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just leave me this.
That whole thing? No.
Well, then you drink a little bit of it then. I mean, you might as well drink a little bit of it. I brought a whole bottle of Crown down, too.
Yeah.
So if you want to see us get liquored up and fight in the Rancor pit. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of that first book. because it was so old that I remembered. So this was after I oh, cheers. Hey, to the Patreon donors, you guys make this happen. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely.
Rock and roll.
Do you feel like a Viking?
Oh, I want to give a big shout out to Jessica Dickey because she's out there in the doing the ER work, doing the EMT stuff, and we got a lot of
especially
love for
now
that,
when
so.
there's a lot of people going in for things
Yes.
because of
Yes.
this Corona thing. This will be a historical. Now, you guys will be watching this, and then
Yep.
in the future Patreons will go back in time and watch these episodes and be like, "Oh yeah, that was back when the Corona thing had everybody afraid," because
Man,
it's
I
going to be
love
over by
this.
summer.
Right.
So they'll be like, "Oh, I remember
Or
that."
it'll be have died down. Supply chains, I guess, are already still back or in motion again in China.
Mhm.
So, is that Trish still?
Yeah.
I gotta respond to that. So Trish Walther, who's an awesome person, she restores cemetery tombstones.
You might as well load it up while you're talking.
Yeah, might as well.
She wants to know what Bigfoot is. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know what Bigfoot is?
Yeah, apparently not.
Oh. What is that?
Some people don't. Some people aren't plugged into every aspect of the paranormal like we are.
I don't think I'm actually signed in the chat though, but I can. Do I still have Spreaker Studio on here? Because I actually had it on here.
Oh, I don't know if it'll interrupt.
I do.
Honestly.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dang it!
You'd have to do it from up there.
Let me see.
You could pop up into the chair. I mean, you're still gonna be talking.
No,
but
look.
on this thing.
Chatting is only a bit more right.
Yeah, while broadcasting.
No, actually, let me see. I think I have it already saved. Why is that on? Oh. Trigger's like, give me the time, I want to get ripped off.
If we had like 6 shows and a whole bunch of stuff going on, then maybe we'd do the 24/7 because we'd be getting money.
That'd be kind of cool.
But, you know,
I don't really know if I want to do it 24/7 yet. If anything, I'd put it on YouTube. All right. Am I signed in? No, I was signed in. Because I can answer the chat from here. Oh, cool. I've already saved it on my phone. So, yeah, Path of Destruction?
something
Is
like
it Path
that.
of...
Yeah,
I'm not
something
sure
like
it here in a second. But, yeah, they were my favorite series. Do you have any soundtrack from Bigfoot? I didn't know that. They paid people in the Victorian era to mourn.
that. Oh yeah, paid mourners like in ancient Egypt. It was a big industry. For those of you who wonder what we're talking about, in the Victorian times and before, because in ancient Egypt and Samaria, they did that too. There's evidence for it. Babylonia, when they held big funerals, they had your family could have paid mourners, which were a group of people, usually women, because they could be more shrill and more shrieky with their voices, to trail behind the procession and wail and cry and be super sad about the person and be really dramatic about it. Interesting stuff.
So anyways, I want to say something too that I think is really cool. Let me see here. Lost my train of thought. What are you talking about? You were talking about paid mourners.
Yeah, paid mourners.
Man, I hate when I lose my train of thought because I'm trying to do this and
We'll do that. We're still entertaining the people here.
What was I gonna say? There was something cool too that I just found out today, and I forget what it was. It'll come back if it's meant to come back. If not, I gotta let it go. Sorry guys, I don't mean to, but I want to figure out these Darth Bane books because it'll stick in my brain until I get it right, until I figure it out. I think it's Path of Destruction. Okay, so where's the first one though? I cannot read that tiny print.
These glasses.
Path of Destruction. I was right. Path of Destruction is the first one. Rule of Two is the second one. Dynasty of Evil is the third one.
There you go.
There it is. What were we talking about? Oh, so in New Orleans, I don't know how true this is because I learned this from a Hannibal Buress stand-up, but he said you can rent your own parade that'll go down the street with you. And
It wouldn't surprise me.
I would do that.
It wouldn't surprise
me. It's like $350. You go down.
Yes,
you go down to the police station, and they set you up with the parade committee. Well, I don't know if that's still true, but Hannibal Buress said you can do it, and I'm like, that'd be
it's
awesome.
probably expensive.
I should.
I bet it's
$350. I mean, that's pricey. No, he said it was $350. He goes, you pay $350.
Hmm.
And they follow you, go get like drinks. So like they would stop at the bar and stuff to get drinks. And then like he said, there's another part where you can get on a. It's like a. Oh man. Oh, wait. Am I? No, I'm thinking of something else. I'm actually thinking about the Trailer Park Boys episode where they were in. I forget. I think they were actually in New Orleans. I think, and they like somebody was no, they were in Nashville or Memphis. Nashville because Prequels was doing a country album, but they found a. It's like a trolley, but it's bikes, and you could drink on it and then pedal, and then it just goes around. I was like, I'm for that. I love exercise and drinking, so together, but you can't drink too much. You end up stop pedaling. Unless you're a Khajiit. Then you can pedal your wares if you have coin.
Khajiit has wares.
Mm-hmm. If you have coin. So let's do some reviewing. What do you think of the mead? I don't think it's bad.
It's not bad. It is really sweet because it's made out of honey.
Yeah. I think it's better than last week's or last Spirits Club. Ugh.
Yeah, we did that. We did the 6-beer variety pack, and
The
some of those
wasn't bad. It was the last one. The blueberry one, getting all tongue tied. The blueberry one wasn't bad.
The Kona wasn't bad either.
Oh, the Kona was fantastic.
The Kona was great.
Fantastic. What else? So we had the blueberry, the Kona, the weird German like the Hassenfaschen. Remember that one?
The vanilla porter.
Which was pretty good too. Pretty delicious.
The vanilla porter.
The arrogant bastard.
I tasted that the next day.
It was so gross.
Even though that was the first one we drank, and I had everything else here that night that was fine.
Yeah.
The next day.
No, the other one that we ranked right above it was just as bad. Almost. That was... Yeah. What was that? So there was the Arrogant Bee, stirred. That one. What did we put third? The German one?
I think so.
Yeah, the Hassenweichenheiten. The... What was the other one? It was a 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
The blueberry. So we had blueberry, Hassenweichenheiten, Arrogant Bastard.
The blueberry wasn't as good either.
No, the blueberry wasn't bad. I think we ranked the blueberry number 1. What did we give number 1 to?
You gave a different number 1 than I did.
Oh yeah,
we differed on the number 1 and the number 2. I think I gave the vanilla porter or the Kona number 1.
Oh, that's right, Kona. I think I gave Kona the
one.
number 2 and the blueberry number 1. Or maybe we agreed on like number 1 and number 2 being where they were, like being our number 1s and number 2s. Like we agreed that those 2 beers were pretty good. The Kona was fantastic. I think that Kona like chilled on a hot day. Oh, I think that'd be great.
The Hawaiians, they know what they're doing.
I might end up getting a 6-pack of that once and like grilling, and because I think it'd be good with meat. So we had the Arrogant Bastard, the Hassenpfeffer, the Kona, the Blueberry,
and the vanilla
porter, and one more.
You can check the bottles right around the corner.
I know I could. I definitely like. Are they at Speedway? The convenience stores of. Don't do it. I know what you were gonna do, but don't do it. I can see the bottles because the one was really short. The blueberry one was really short. You know what's good is banana bread beer.
Well, yeah. Oh, it tastes just like eating banana bread.
Tastes just like banana bread.
You swallow it, and it's like a banana bread piece just after you chewed it all up.
Yep. But you can't drink a lot of them because it's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Like a piece of banana bread. Did we get a Guinness?
No, I talked about it.
Oh, you did talk about it.
I talked about it, but we didn't because I didn't want to like cheat and get something I knew I was gonna like.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though we got the Leinenkugels, which was the vanilla porter,
which was good,
and I knew I was probably gonna like that because I like porter
and
I like vanilla. And
oh man, I'm trying to think of that mysterious bottle because it was bad. We didn't like that one either. I think it was an IPA though.
One was an IPA. One was another ale.
It was an India Pale Ale.
No, it wasn't another IPA. It was just another ale, and it was just not very good. There are a lot of ales that I like. Don't get me wrong. It's not ales that's the problem. It's just certain.
These two are bad.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Go back and watch that Spirits Club episode. That's the only thing I can say about that one. Exciting Mead's good. I'm getting a good buzz going on with this stuff. I feel good right now. My head feels good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
This would be good with some food, I think. I mean, we had some food.
We had some food.
But this would be good with like as an accompaniment.
That Wendy's jalapeno burger was it was good. Hot. It was good. That sauce was fantastic. I'm still trying to figure out that beer. It's gonna get on my nerves until I figure it out. It was bad. The second one was just as bad as the first, because we kept picking them, and it just like the arrogant bee was so awful. It was bad.
Oof.
It was probably my least favorite beer of all.
It was the first one we drank.
Yeah. I remember
Ugh.
I remember going to wash out the glass so that we could, because what we had to wash out the glass is so we could taste each beer. And the smell didn't come out. I had to go upstairs and use dishwashing liquid to take the stench. I'm sure somebody that would see this big, that arrogant bastard's delicious. You guys don't even know.
People who like IPAs like IPAs.
Ugh.
I don't.
I've had 2 good IPAs of my life. Excuse me. One was Golden Monkey, and it wasn't good in the bottle, but it was good on the tap at Lime Spider in Akron, Ohio. It doesn't exist anymore. It was a nice college bar that had bands. I saw a couple good MCs there. And then the other one was, I forget the name of it. Lawrence, my good buddy Lawrence. He brought over an IPA that had a cat shooting lasers out of its eyes, and it was like a I don't want to say hologram. It was like that sticker.
Mm.
Man, that was good beer. And I got you lit. Ooh, I was lit.
See, I even Guinness has an IPA, their IPA Nitro, and I don't like it. And just because it's Guinness doesn't mean it's good.
It is not.
Guinness is good. Guinness Extra Stout is good.
Oh, yeah.
Guinness Foreign Extra Stout is good.
Guinness is
The
good.
blonde Guinness is okay. It's a light beer.
I haven't had that one yet.
It's a light beer.
They have Guinness cheese.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
It's amazing. I've had it.
But the Nitro IPA, I just
Why did they make an IPA? To kind of just see what
they were
could
just
do?
they were trying to get into the market and see if people would like it. I don't think it took off. They still have it. You can still get it, but they don't advertise it much.
I want to try that Lion and Cool or that Yingling with the Hershey's.
The Hershey's Porter.
Yes.
If
But
they
it's
start
only in
bottling it, I
bars.
found out why they haven't bottled it.
Why?
Because every time they've tried to bottle it, it's ended up with chocolate sediment.
That's okay.
But they don't think so.
I think so.
They think that that's bad. They don't want people having to shake it up. It's one of those things you'd have to roll it first.
So, one thing about us is we're not Bud Light drinkers. I don't really care for light beer, but Bud Light, they made a good beer once. It was called Golden Wheat, and it had sediment. It had wheat and things like that at the bottom, and you had to roll the bottle. But man, it was the most filling light beer I've ever had in my life. They don't make it anymore, and I know why. Because it was actually a good beer. It didn't taste like Bud Light. It tasted like an actual beer. And it was so good. Me and my good friend Keem, we got it. And it was delicious. I would get it at the store. I'm like, oh, this still got Golden Wheat, I'm gonna get some. Bud Light, and I don't drink Bud Light. But this for some reason was good. They were it was like they were experimenting like they did with the Bud Light Ritas. But this was good. I think you would have liked it because it didn't taste like light beer because you had to roll it. All it had citrus and it had all kinds of stuff at the bottom when you rolled it. Oh, it released all that flavor into the beer. Oh, it was great. But people that usually drink Bud Light don't want to work for it. I get that. Bud Light isn't marketed to people that want to taste their beer, I guess.
The Hershey's Porter, I wouldn't mind, having to kind of do a little bit with it. But I guess that's why they don't, because they don't want people to have to worry about doing that. So I guess when you do it out of the draft, it doesn't do it as much. But when you do it in the bottles, it settles.
That's okay. Bottle it and send it to me. That's fine. I love chocolate.
Word is they're still working on it.
Really?
Yeah. The word is that they still want to bottle it, and once they solve that problem for good, then they'll bottle it up, which is good because I like a good flavor, like a chocolate or a vanilla or something.
So the two things I think go well with beer in terms of flavor is coffee and chocolate. The first time I had a Guinness, it tasted like coffee. Coffee and beer mixed. It was great taste. Then I came to find out that you can't get drunk drinking Guinness because you just get full. Good
it's
beer.
Not a getting drunk beer. It's enjoying the beer.
It's good with a meal. Talk about a beer that's good with a meal.
It's a good accompaniment to that. Like they drink it with breakfast.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I've done it before. Because it doesn't get you, like, you don't drink it with your breakfast and be like, all right, I'm ready for the day. Breakfast.
No, it's fine. When I was in Hawaii, I drank mimosas,
Hmm.
which is great because I love a good mimosa. So, I've told people this story. So when we were at Bethesda Game Days, and so Jessica, that's awesome because you were there. You were the one. So Jessica was like, "Hey, I'll get you beer." I'm like, or like, "I'll get you something." I was like, "No, yeah, it's cool." I don't know if I went with her or not, but she was there at one of these instances. So I'm there. I'm getting a Coke. I'm like, I'm gonna get a Coke, and I think Jessica was there. Yeah, I think Jessica was there, and she was like, bartender was like. I was like, man, I'd love to have a beer. And he was like, you want a beer? And I laughed it off. I didn't think they could serve beer that early. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So he gave me this IPA. I forget the name of it. And he was like, I'm putting a little orange juice in it. And I was like, what? And I crap you not. So actually, there's a third IPA of it. And I forget the name, but he put orange juice in it. And it was such a good early morning beer. It wasn't early morning. It was still morning considered, wasn't it? And oh my goodness, it was great. It was such a good beer. I ended up getting 2 of those, I think. And whoo, I drank because they had open bar Bethesda days. Open bar, man. Whatever you want, right? The club there has open bar. Like Laugh Days or Laughing Days. I forget the name of it, but I got 2 of those. I got 2 waste. It was like something wasteland or something, and it was waters. Yeah. And that was good too. It was like rum, ginger beer, and like lime juice, I think. And that mixed drink was delicious.
I think they released recipes for some of those things. Like there was a site that was connected. They released recipes so you could make it at home.
And it was good. It was good. I liked it. Then I got a Guinness. Well, I got the Guinness when I was eating because they had lobster sliders, lobster mac and cheese. I was like, just give me all the lobster and whatever else you got. Give me the lobster. Give me some lobster. And I had a Guinness, and then I was talking to some fans because we were on stage. We get off stage. These 2 guys, and I still can't remember the name of their group, and I gotta find this out. It was like Gamers for Veterans or something, and he was like, "Can you sign my sketchbook?" And I was like, "What? Me? You want me?" Okay. It was cool. Good people. Then I met Michael Vila and his girlfriend Mary. Awesome folks. And then I went over to get a shot, and I was like, what is your most expensive shot? Because open bar, I'm going to try the most expensive thing they got of whiskey. I was like, we got a whiskey. And she was like, she gave me, began with it, because they had 2 Glenlivet bottles. But I'm like, let me try the A, because I've already had Glenlivet. You brought it over before.
Yeah.
Let me try the A. And ooh, it was good. And then the other guy that was bartending, he goes, you should try this. And I was like, well, I would be remiss if I did not try it.
Which is exactly what happened when we went to the Mexican restaurant once.